Hello, yeah, this is a video where I explain my Brella builds, because I saw this video from Chase247 where he on his VOD channel, I think it was, he explained his Dually gear builds and stuff like that. Basically there are not much resources on Brella stuff. Like, the only thing that is really prominent out there is just like Chara's Brella guide, and during the last half a year I played a bunch of times, even in a team environment, in my current team right now, and there are just some things I do a bit different that really help me out to perform well with Brella. But first of all, I just want to talk about my old Brella gear that I used when Sorella Brella basically came out. I'm gonna talk about both Brella types, like Sorella and regular Brella. But yeah, this right here that you see is my day one Sorella Brella gear. I don't use that anymore. I just personally like the movement speed that I have with my other gear way more, and this gear kind of wants to do everything simultaneously, but I don't think it works. With Brella, you want to focus on a specific thing that you want to buff with your or help with the weaknesses of the weapon. And I think just main thing that is ink efficiency and mobility, because like if you don't have fast mobility, you just can't really keep up with any different weapons in this game, and I just have way too few mobility stuff on this gear. Also, the ink efficiency got way better with the last patches, because they added something that like the main shots are way more ink efficient, so I don't need one main of main saver. I just usually run 2 subs of it in the other builds, but you'll see that later. And honestly, I don't really see, like, for the SPU to activate, you need a bunch of subs, like 1 main and 1 sub, to basically get another shot with inkjet, and it's just not really worth it. I noticed, because like when it lags, for example, the SPU isn't gonna help you. At the end, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I wanna focus on my one shots, or just combo off of when my teammate, for example Jelly, uses his reef slider. I can just shoot in there and get a fucking 30 hitbox and kill everyone. Yeah, and this weapon also paints a bunch, so I don't really need the special charge up. I think just 1 sub of special saver is necessary, because like you kind of do die a lot with this weapon sometimes, and you just want your special quickly. Yeah, I just don't really see the value of running special charge up. And yeah, other utility subs are just the same. On my other build, I'm gonna switch to another build, and you can see I am running Haunt, because I do think Haunt is very useful for Brella, because when I tend to fight weapons that counter Brella, and when these weapons are particularly fast, for example Decav in this meta is like a really hard contender for Brella. It's basically just an unwinnable match, and when I die to those kinds of weapons, I just want to know where they are, right? Because I can't tell my team to focus the callouts only on the Decav. So it just helps me position, because you play it as a skirmisher, the Brella in a team environment, not like a slayer. And I have to take really aggro positions, kind of have to know where the Brella counters are on the map all the time, so I can stay on these aggro positions for a really long time. And as I said, really helps with just having Haunt enabled. Yeah, it's just also a nice bonus when you respawn punish someone. Yeah, and talking about, I also run a sub of ink resistance, because I've noticed, yeah, in Chara's video, he said you don't really need a sub of ink resistance, but I do find it quite valuable, especially when you run out of ink, or you get shield stunned when your shield gets broken. Basically delays your shot a bit, and that delay of shot really fucks you up sometimes. Just the 1 sub of ink resistance really helps getting out of those sticky situations, I've noticed. Because yeah, like the Brella, it paints your feet when you shoot like this, but it just also it takes a bit to appear on your feet. Like when you saw it, it takes like a second to appear, which is really jank. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, it's just like useful to have that when your shield breaks. But yeah, I'm gonna go to my other Brella. Now we come to the normal Brella, the vBrella, which has seen quite some success in this meta we have right now because of strikes, and due to buckets, I think it was 210 it got. The strike output is actually really good. The sprinkler also helps with like aggro positioning, because you can then put maybe the sprinkler behind you and then you always have a way to back up. It just, the paint of this gun is actually quite useful, because we tend to run a comp with Ocotbrush, and when we run that Ocotbrush comp, it's just really helpful to have that extra paint. So Wonkies, my team member that plays Ocotbrush, can then push in or get shark kills. Also the strikes really help with getting aggro positions, because you can just strike and use the strike as some sort of like as a shield to then push into key positions. It's just really nice, and as I said, the strike output is also really nice. Can rival other weapons except for T-Tag and Neo Splash, because those weapons just cheat. Yeah, basically I've kept everything the same mobility. I just two mains of run speed, because like you want to keep up with anyone. Main thing that just changed is the shirt, where I have just one main of special charge up. So my strikes goes down from 200p I think to 183p is what I've seen on Sendo Inc. build analyzer, or what you call it. Yeah, just 2 subs of Inksaver main and 2 subs of quick super jump, because you don't really need, as I told you guys, that painting feet is a bit difficult with this weapon. But honestly, with the sprinkler, you have an instant way to paint your feet. With this weapon, you don't really need the ink resistance. And also the quick super jump out really helps with like when you position bad, because you don't have a jet to keep you alive. And panic striking doesn't really help that well. It works sometimes, but if you go against smart players, it just doesn't work 90% of the time. So just quick, what I like to do with this weapon is when I'm getting backed into a corner, I just shield launch and then press X and just jump out fast. It usually works pretty fine. Yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, that's all I have to say about my idea for Brella builds.